Just a real quick update for the members in my group. I called down to Willis Point and the Kaufman County police. They told me they called me back, and they called me back shortly after I made that video that I called them to see if there was any potential call made about me in that area. And what I was told was they don't see a call, and that if there is a call in the future, that an investigator will get a hold of me like they did before. We spoke a little bit about the Darla Routier case. He knew a little bit about it. Blah blah blah. You know, I let him know that she's trashing all the Texas justice system, but she wants to run to you. The thing of it is that ever since my first interaction with Danelle, I knew that we would probably end up in this situation anyway, where they get insulted with us, call us names, pick out things about our family, call us haters and all that. And then when we come back at them calmly and correct them on anything, they're being harassed. They're the victim. We're the psycho weirdos. So since I've been through this before with Darla Key, I know how to handle it now. What we started talking about, me and this officer, is filing a false police report. So Danelle, I'm seriously letting you know that if you file that I've been harassing you, I can 100%, without a doubt, prove that I have not contacted you. I have not made calls to you, that you've done all that to me. They will hear you in your own voice harassing me. But let's see what's happening here. Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Nicole?
Nicole?
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hi, Nicole. I'm calling from Dr. Knight's office to confirm your appointment on Saturday the 6th at 10 a.m.
I will be there.
All right, we're asking all patients to arrive 15 minutes early to fill out the New Year paperwork.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
So you guys got to hear that.
Sorry.
That's okay. She has lots of doctor's appointments. So what I'm saying is, tread lightly, because I've been through this same thing before, where where your mother was harassing people, and then when they came back at her, she claimed that we were harassing them, and I've saved everything, Danelle. Every time I've spoke to you, I've saved it. In the way that you belittle me and insult me, and I'm just going, yes, ma'am, I apologize, ma'am. I'm telling you over and over that I won't contact you, and I haven't. Telling you over and over that I'm not here to harass you, and I haven't. And then you turn around and play victim. All right? There's no crime in what I posted. Unless I actually walked up to that window and took that picture myself, there is no crime in what I posted. You cannot pick and choose what you want to talk about in this case. You can't do that. You can't say, I'm not going to talk about what Darlie suffered as a child to the hands of my father, while you're trying to say that she's innocent. You can't pick and choose. If you're going to talk about this case, you're going to have to talk about every aspect of the case, and you can't say, nope, I'm not talking about that, but she's innocent. No. If people go back and look at our text between you and I, when you said, I just didn't want to see my dad in a bad light, is why you were saying that he was a wonderful person. I just didn't want to see my dad in a bad light. Did you want to see Darlie in a bad light? Because Darlie said he did this to her. Tell us that he didn't do that to her. And then you have your sister as a liar. Tell us that he did. And then you have your dad as a sex offender that started ruining her little mind when she was 8 years old. And if he wouldn't have done this, we may not be here today discussing the death of these two children. If you want to talk about every aspect of the case and look at what this investigator did, and this blood splatter, and James Cron did this, and Greg Davis is a killer, and blah, 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 and Texas law didn't do anything, you cannot leave out the fact of what your father did to her, that she claims he did to her. You can't leave that out. You're not going to be able to do it. And so I sat back and I put up with it for the longest time. My intention was to leave support and leave the whole case alone. Supporters didn't like that I left support, and they started picking at me. I can show you stuff that some of these people, they said that I was military intelligence working with Greg Davis. This is the guy that runs Free Darlie Now. Well, yeah. now, the killing, the killing of Devin and Damon is not actually his fault, but they are trying to pinpoint how this happened. They're trying to accuse everybody. It even accused me again last night of where was I at, June 6, 96. And Danelle was right there laughing about that. But she doesn't want to own up to the fact that her father damaged that woman. He damaged that woman, according to her own testimony on the stand. He damaged her. So last night, when her and I got into it, and she said, "Well, I see your son's a murderer," and I said, "Well, your sister's a double murderer," you know. And she said, "Well, I see where your son got it from." I said, "So does that mean you're a pedophile too, because your dad does that stuff?" So Danelle's probably never had nobody front her that way before, and I started out being nice to her, and I could prove every conversation I was just being nice, putting up with her insults until she started talking about my son. You want to bring family into it, Sully? This is what you have done, Sully. You have done that. So when Danelle's over there laughing and joking about you, that 45, that sleep that she didn't get last night was because of you want to pick out people's families. You want to pick out other cases. You wanted to talk about, why does this guy get to talk about Darlie? Well, why the fuck does Danelle? Her father's a child molester. According to Darlie. According to the legal document that Darlie said. I told Danelle, I said, tell me he didn't do it. Tell me he didn't do that to your sister. Because in a roundabout way, she was saying that he didn't do it. Well, Darlie said he did on the stand. So that makes Darlie a liar. All right? So this is my warning. This is my warning. If you choose to go down to that police department and tell lies about being harassed, last time I let it go. When your mother did that to me, this time I will not. I've got all my ducks in a row. When you decided to join our groups, all right, I did have an agenda. The agenda was to be nice to you until you got triggered and lost your temper. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what you did. And I'm still going to continue to be nice to you. The only thing that's triggering you is not me. It's the truth in this case. You know that you're at the end of this case. You know that here in the next few years, the IP is going to drop that and they're going to execute your sister. You're telling the public to reach out to the Innocence Project and give them any clues that you got. That's because they don't have anything. And the way that you're dealing with what Darlie has done to you and your family is to lash out at everyone that believes she killed those kids. And play victim. Play victim. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not going to stop talking to the Coffin Police. I'm not going to stop. You're not going to say that you've been harassed when you've said on here, called us haters, and illogical and stupid, and all this stuff that I've collected that you said about us, and nobody has said anything to you. You're harassing people on here, and then when they come at you nicely and tell you the truth of the matter is that your sister is a killer. And she's going to die in the Texas death chamber. Don't take that shit out on us. Don't forget about Devin and Damon. I've been through this same stuff, the same exact stuff with your mother. So it seems like genetics play a lot in this. I even asked Danelle, I said, is your temper as bad as Darlie's? Because she's shown it. When somebody calls you over and over and over after you've asked them to stop calling you because your kids are asleep and they say they don't give a shit, then they want to claim that they're being harassed? The fuck out of here. You bring me to court, you bring me up on charges, and I guarantee you that I'll turn it around on your ass and I'll sue the fuck out of you and I'll win. Rowlett, Willis Point, Plano, Kaufman, they don't like you people because you do this shit. Play games because I can dance.